Quick message to all our viewers before we get started on today's video. It has come to our attention that over 90% of our regular viewers are not subscribed to the channel. We request you to please click the subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can be notified when the next video from Mythology is out. The bigger the channel gets, the better the quality of videos that we do for you also gets. So please help us make some amazing videos by supporting the channel and clicking that subscribe button. Thank you. Now over to the video. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Mythology with your host Nitin Nair. In our previous episode, we were in the Polynesian islands exploring the character Kaupe, who was a werewolf by modern standards, and we thought let's switch things up a bit and look at a goddess from Mayan mythology who had a huge impact to play in the way Mayans lived their daily lives. This was none other than the Mayan moon goddess Ix Chel. Ix Chel was a 16th century name given to a female jaguar goddess of medicine and midwifery in the ancient Maya culture. She is related to another Aztec goddess called Toquioalticatl, who lives in a sweat bath. Ix Chel was originally referred to as the Mayan moon goddess O before records revealed her name. Ix Chel was depicted as an evil old woman who held unfavorable aspects, and she was a patroness of womanly crafts. It is believed that Ix Chel was part of the god Ixamna. She is regarded as a goddess of the moon, water, childbirth, and weaving in the Maya of peninsular Mexico. She is the mother of all the Mayan deities and had rules about the cycles of life and death. As a keeper of souls, Ix Chel constantly changes from being a young woman into a wise old crone who shares her people's wisdom. Ix Chel was capable of taking various forms. It is possible that some of her aspects were actually depictions of other goddesses. There are also two major aspects that are generally agreed upon. Ix Chel was often depicted as an older woman who was wearing a serpent crown and wearing traditional Mayan clothing. In this version, she may have also worn a skirt that had crossed bones on her dress. She was also said to have claws on her feet and hands and was often depicted with a frightening mouth and a large earthen vessel. Sometimes Ix Chel was portrayed as a young woman. She was attractive and wore a headdress. A beak was also present on her upper lip. This younger version of Ix Chel was often presented in a more friendly manner than her older one. The most significant event in her family's life revolved around her husband. In some Mayan tales, she was married to a man known as Wotan, while in others, she was married to Ixamna. In the mythology of Ix Chel and Ixamna, she had 13 sons. One of these was a deity known as Bakab, who holds the sky in Mayan mythology. It is also possible that the four Bakabs were only sons of Ix Chel and Ixamna. Ix Chel had a connection with Hunhuanuku, who was a maize god. Although it's not clear if he was one of her 13 sons, she reportedly helped him in his efforts to be reborn. Ix Chel has been referred to as the Queen, Lady Rainbow, Eagle Woman, Our Mother, the White Lady, Goddess of Becoming, Mother Earth, the Womb, the Cave of Life, Keeper of Bones, and a lot of other localized names. As a fertility goddess, she was said to have the power to cause great floods. It is uncertain if she had the ability to cause catastrophes or if she was responsible for the changing seasons. Regardless of how her waters were used, she is said to have managed them through an upside-down jar or earthen vessel that she often carried with her. As a weaver, Ix Chel was responsible for creating a special spindle that was the center of the universe. Her role in this area of the universe is not clear, although it is evident that she held a lot of power. Ix Chel was frequently invoked during and after childbirth, especially in her role as a midwife. This practice of an aged woman acting as a midwife continues to exist even today in the many cases of home births that still occur in the region. Ix Chel is not considered to be a positive or a negative character because she has abilities and attributes that really define that she had equal say in both these versions. Whether she was depicted as a young woman or an old woman, her influence in the lives of the Mayans were huge because of the fact that everything that revolved around fertility, whether it was human or of agricultural crops, revolved around her. In essence, she was the one that kept life flourishing within the Mayan culture. We will be looking at a lot more Mayan characters in the days to come, and we are really excited to start exploring a lot more of these Mesoamerican and South American mythologies in more detail because it is vast and really exciting to get into the nitty-gritty and the details. Thank you very much for tuning in to another episode of Mythloc. Until next time, drop us a like, a subscribe, a comment, or better still, just tell your friends and family about the journey that we are on at Mythloc and invite them to be a part of it. This is your host Nitin Nair signing out by reminding you once again that Mythloc is the home of mythology.